if a nigga like we can know a hoe ass nigga that been a hoe ass nigga all our life. He gets some money now. He right. Like everything he say is right now.
Social media.
Like, he right.
I always say it's social media.
Yeah.
Change the game. Change all the rules.
See, social
that
media.
shit before social media a little bit.
But you know what, though, man? Social media gave a bunch of nobody's a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Now anybody come on your page and throw a comment down there. You got 5,000 niggas. No, you got 100,000 niggas watching your page. Now this bitch ass nigga comment. Now 100,000 niggas see it. Otherwise, you who are you?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that got a whole lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? The change and shit of how things are. You know what I'm saying? Social media. Back in the day, you know, rappers wanted to be street niggas, but nowadays street niggas want to be rappers. So yeah. So everything then flip. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to be mindful of that shit. You feel me?
Let me ask you a question. Being that this is Mental Health Awareness Month, I have like a 2-part question off of like some stuff you just told us or whatever. So my first question is, when you were talking about your gift that came from God out of the sky that you caught, you know what I'm saying, from your brother or whatever, and you had to essentially kind of like make your mom your first customer. How did that affect you mentally, kind of like when you knew the effects that it was going to have on her, but your back was kind of against the wall because you had to make your money? And then the second part of my question is, when you were in the hole for all of those years, I know you basically said that you had to get a routine to kind of like maintain so that you wouldn't lose your mind. Uh-huh. But at the end of the day, when you had those times when you broke down and thought about your family, or you thought about your homies, or like, you know, your people that were on the outside, what did you kind of do? Did you completely block that out to kind of like not lose your mind? Or did you just try to think of like, I'm going to see them soon type shit so that it wouldn't break you all the way down?
Yeah, that's a good question. As far as the first question you asked about my mother, that situation, it wasn't really based on money. It was based on the fact that she was already doing what she was doing. And so I felt like, you know, I should, if anything, you know, I want to get the money from her so I can put it back in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And also, I didn't have no real emotional attachment to that situation because I feel that she was just mama to me.
Yeah.
Like she was just, you know what I'm saying, just doing her thing, getting high. I mean, she was respectful about it. You know, she never just pulled out the pipe and just smoked it in front of me.
Yeah.
But me being a very inquisitive, intelligent kid, I knew exactly what was going on. So I really didn't place no emotional attachment to that situation. And I didn't see it like that.
Okay.
Because it ain't like these pills out here that niggas dying off of.
Yeah.
You know, and had it been even that situation, I definitely would have wanted to serve her because I would have wanted to make sure that she didn't get a hope to no bad pill or no bad drugs that could possibly kill her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But as far as the prison thing is concerned, I feel like there was days I woke up and I wanted to like just end it all. Cause that shit go to biting, that shit hurt. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. So it was days.
Especially being totally isolated from everybody, like.
But what I did though, Jay, to be real with you, I mentally detached myself and emotionally detached myself from the free world because I had 35 years.
Okay.
And I knew I had to stop worrying about what my baby mama was doing.
Right.
I had to stop worrying about what was going on in the hood. Exactly. I had to stop worrying about all the free world things and focus on myself.
Right.
Focus on fighting my case, trying to get out on appeal. So I don't have to spend the rest of my life here. Right. So what I did, I mentally, emotionally, and intellectually blocked out everything and just say, you know what, I'm finna focus on this book, focus on God, get closer to God in my religion, and focus on keeping the hope alive within myself. Because I know one day I'll be free as long as I keep on fighting, as long as I don't give up. But there was days that I couldn't get out of the bed. I would just lay in the bed and just think, lay in the bed and just cry, lay in the bed and just pray. Those days came. But I always been a person that felt like if it can be done, I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so if anybody can get out the motherfucking prison system, I'm gonna get out this bitch. And when I get out, and let me tell you, it was crazy because I psyched myself out, man. I used to be in the cell, have my own rap concerts and everything. This is the type of shit a nigga had to do under such dire circumstances. You have to psych yourself out that, yeah, nigga, I'm finna get out this bitch. I'm gonna be a superstar. You know, I had to condition myself I had to believe that.
Yeah.
Because had I didn't believe that, had I not, I seen plenty of people kill themselves. Niggas next to me hung themselves. Nigga across from me hung themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could have easily took that route. But it's just something in me that wouldn't allow me to give up. And I kept on pushing and kept on pushing until I made it back out here. Now, you know, I'm sitting before y'all having this beautiful conversation. You feel me?
What's the key to staying out?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people we see, a lot of homies, like they always going back in, getting caught up in bullshit. To you, what's the key to staying out?
I would say the key to staying out of jail is surrounding yourself with positive charged people. And not, you know, falling back in them same ensnarements and entrapments that you was doing previous. You know, you got to change. You see what I'm saying? You can't hang with the same niggas you used to hang with, that you used to rock with, because you're going to fall right back in the same thing. This is like a crackhead trying to motherfucking clean himself, trying to get clean, and you going right back to the dope holes and hanging with the same crackhead. No, you can't do that. So you got to change your environment.
Yeah.
You got to change the people in which you associate yourself with. And you got to just completely want better for yourself. It's always a way. A motherfucker tell you, nah, I can't do this, I can't do that, unless I go rob somebody. I ain't gonna get no money in my pocket unless I go sell some dope. Nah, it's a million different ways. You just got to be willing to do that.
Yeah.
But it's based on, nigga, people be so caught up on people perception.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to go work in that motherfucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they like, fuck that, I ain't going to no McDonald's.
Or anything,
Yeah,
but
they don't want to go.
money.
They don't want to go be a motherfucking working in the Walmart goddamn storage room or whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
They don't want to do none of
Pride.
that. It's their pride.
Yeah.
So they find themselves trying to live up to people's perception of them, their old perception, rather than letting these people know, listen, man, I'm a changed person. Yeah, I don't mind driving the Amazon truck. I don't mind, you know, working day to day, working a 9 to 5 to provide for my family by any means to stay the fuck up out of prison.
Real shit.
You see what I'm saying? They don't want that. They want to get all this type of shit and do all this type of shit, but they don't understand that, you know, a price come with this shit. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to be doing things the wrong way. It's a million legitimate ways to make money. I had to go speak to some elementary school kids the other day. And I think that's the most extraordinary public service deed I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
They sent me.
Yeah, I be speaking to kids at the schools too.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
So this was my first time doing this, such an engagement. And they had me speaking to first graders and fifth graders. I'm saying to myself, what the fuck I'm gonna tell a first grader? You know, I just had a new baby, and my baby girl, you know, she'll be in first grade soon. So I'm like, what the fuck can I tell a first grader?
Yeah.
So when I went in there, you know, I kept it simple. Like, listen, I want y'all to know that school is the start of everything. If you want to be a music person, you want to be a rapper,
a
you want to be a
firefighter,
a doctor, a lawyer,
Starts
you
here.
first got to go to school.
Yeah.
Starts
They
here.
understood that.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the best part of giving back. When you can invest in our youth, when you can invest in our kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's really giving back because they are our future. You know what I'm saying? They are the ones going to hold these positions in the future. So if we can invest in our kids, if we can, you know, steer them in the right direction and give them proper guidance, shit, we can be a better culture. We can have a whole different outcome of how the thing's going now. Because, you know, we are being taught, our kids are being taught through this music, you know, to be a stepper, to be, you know what I'm saying, to get that head, to do this, to do that, you know, a lot of negative things, you know what I'm saying? And so we have to be very mindful of these things. We need more people in our communities that's willing to reach out to the kids and do things like that. So, you know, that was a beautiful experience for me, you know, speaking to the kids. And I have plans on doing that a lot more often. You feel me?